Hello. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Another 5 years of World versus Rise. Beautiful.
What's up?
Chillin'. Dude, I got it. I came in here at like 6:10, freaking out. I was like, oh fuck. Nobody else. I was like, oh. I need to like turn push notifications on my Discord on my phone.
Yeah.
I thought I did that, but
How's you have the stream up?
not. I'm literally like doing that right now. Bopping. Garrett 1.
How's the audio?
Load me in. Garrett
It
1.
sounds good to me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
What's good?
The audio on the stream.
Oh, okay.
I can't listen to it now because I don't like the echo. So there we go.
Let it echo eternally.
We have
Man,
everyone in the room.
Yeah, I just kind of turned down the stream.
man, I'm so in love with this freaking splash art.
What do you mean by freaking turning me to dark mode? That's a thing?
Yeah,
You can make individual people character sheets just change colors?
I can do whatever the hell I want to your character sheets. I'm the dungeon master.
No! I like flashbanging the people.
All right, he's got 1 minute.
Who's got 1 minute?
The other dude. About
No.
Ryan number 2.
Said he's swapping discords now. Had to finish the last fight in his raid.
Yo, I thought we were starting at 6. I thought, am I late again?
No.
You're good.
Bing says
You
7.
Yeah,
Silly
7
Billy.
today. But we're running extra late.
Oh, dude,
we're running to 10.
Yeah, there's
We just
opposite
wiped,
deal.
dude. You missed it.
No.
Yep, TPK.
Fuck. Well, I guess
Etrigan.
I'll go back to the drawing board to find a new character. BRB.
What's up, Abby?
I was gonna say the reason why you're late is because you had to deal with all the drunk drivers.
Oh.
Special little day today.
No.
Out.
The reason why I'm late is because freaking CSRs don't know how to write up jobs. Customer service rep.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, they we had to do a bunch of crazy gas pipe with a stupid crazy gas pipe run, and that wasn't written anywhere in any of the notes, so we weren't fully prepared for it. But we keep our truck stocked for all that shit, so.
So you got figured out. I love when that happens. That used to be like events too. Clients would be like, can we actually do all this? And you just gotta figure it out.
That's a note for me, dog.
Oh shit. Dang. Should have done this before I fucking started the stream. My cam ain't working. Oh well, no cam today.
We're spared. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, true, I fully agree with you. I'm fucking hideous to look at. Alrighty, well, everybody's here, so we can get started. Last time. Yes. Last time in Astreva, you all had come together at the behest of a patron known as Alaris. She had enlisted your aid in helping her to discover the remnants of an ancient place buried deep beneath the umbral ossuary known as the Severed... other way around. An ancient place known as the Severed Basilica, the location itself known as the umbral ossuary. You all made your way down and around and winding through the long, epic path within the Severed Basilica itself, getting to the dig site, where you ventured even further down into the bowels of the earth and came across a magically sealed door that was locked with musical notes of an ancient divine hymn. Upon busting that in, you made your way into a small, decaying garden area, and were set upon by skellies.
Serenaded the door open.
Yeah.
You said busted. I'm just giving you a hard time. Oh, shut up.
Then, after defeating the skeletons, you discovered that they were remnants of an order. As DM scrolls through his notes to find the name of them. The Order of the Last Vigil. You then decided to pick one of the paths to explore. Erebus and Nyx being the first to do so. Upon walking into it, they kicked up a small sort of cloud of ash and dust that then flashed them with visions. They didn't share those visions with one another or with anybody at the moment, but kept it to themselves. And then Erebus made his way fully to the end of the hallway, where the cave had been partially collapsed. There was this strange sort of black flame licking at the rim of the hole that had been bashed inwards, and Erebus had found a small little cache of sorts here. Um, Specifically, there was uh let's see.
Wasn't it like a potion? Was one of them, I think.
Uh,
I think it was like a bag.
yeah, let's see. Right here. You had found yes, just the singular potion. Or rather, it wasn't a potion, it was an urn that you had found. There was more up in there, though, that you decided not to go for yet. But that is where we're at. That is where we will pick up. If you all are in Sigil, make sure you claim your character.
Sigil's being weird. I'll be in a bit, I suppose.
So we pick up. Erebus, you are still standing on the rubble. You have acquired your urn that had some stuff inside of it. What you up to now?
I'm gonna go ahead and poke my head back up, looking, over the ledge, and grab whatever else I can reach with my staff. I think, Callum, you still have light cast on you, correct?
Possibly. I think someone casted light on me.
Yeah, well, it only lasts for a minute, but I assume you would keep re-upping it.
Oh, okay. I'll, can I just go ahead and cast it again, on my staff, maybe? And
Yeah.
reach it out into the darkness and see what I can reach with it?
Yeah. So you do so. And as you thrust your enlightened staff into the darkness, you can see a similar sarcophagus to the ones that lie around, which, if you all check, there's actual sarcophagus now. Or sarcophagi, not just those weird coffins. So within,
Go ahead and maybe yell back down the hallway to these guys that I found some stuff. They should probably head over here.
Not more bones?
I can't tell yet, but it looks interesting.
How far is the walk over there?
It's not too far. We could do a little.
And also remember to cover your faces before.
Yeah,
If I remember right,
it's about 40 feet.
Nix would not allow anybody to pass without covering their face.
True.
But yeah, I would like to. I'll wait to climb up until everybody comes to the end of the hall.
Everybody gonna make their way towards the end of the hall then?
Yeah, I'm gonna start going down there.
Did you get sigil working, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
All right.
Updating as well.
Alrighty, I will move everybody then.
Yeah,
Abby?
get to work.
Is yours uploading or updating too?
I have to find it. I know I downloaded it. I have to find it.
It's called D&D launcher.
Is it really?
.exe.
Yeah.
D&D-launcher.exe.
And then I'll also ask, did you all cover your face like Nick had asked?
Yes. I use my scarf.
Do you have a cloth? Like one of those. What do they call it? Hanker eves. Because I don't really got anything.
Oh, do you perhaps mean a handkerchief?
Yeah, that.
Alaris will hand one over towards you.
All right, he'll use that.
All right, you all make your way down the end of the hall, sort of piling on top of one another. Nyx can climb walls, apparently.
Wahoo!
Alrighty. Everybody has joined you at the end of the hallway, Erebus.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna climb on up here and probably pop up in this sarcophagus.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Okay. Why can't I find that on the app?
That would be under skills.
Would that be under? Oh, it's under skills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Acrobatics, you said?
Athletics.
Athletics. Okay, gotcha. I will now roll my athletics. Rolled a 13.
13. All right. The stones worked fairly well, but also pretty roughly. And it's also been a bit of disrepair, as it's been abandoned and neglected down here for who knows how long. So it takes a little bit of effort, but you eventually manage to scrabble your way up. And as you do so, you do note the black flame that was sort of flickering. It doesn't appear to actually be emitting any sort of smoke or scent or sound.
That's interesting.
And actually, as a matter of fact, as you're up in here, you find there is a complete lack of sound entirely.
Oh, so I can no longer call out?
It seems not.
Can I go over and pop up in the sarcophagus?
Yeah, you can give it a shot and go and give me another athletics check.
Alrighty.
Say Melly must be nearby.
What's she doing here?
I got a 17.
A 17, not bad. Um, do you have any sort of item in your inventory that you'd like to use in aiding this, or are you just raw dogging it with your hands trying to throw it open?
Ooh. Can I maybe like use my staff as a like crowbar?
Your staff made of wood to lift
My
the heavy stone lid?
yeah.
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Is that what you would like to do?
No, I think I'll just raw dog it with my hands.
Alrighty. Well,
Haven't you seen the mummy?
well, as you place your hands on top of the sarcophagus and you begin trying to grunt and push it open. Do you have athletics proficiency?
I think I do actually.
It should be a little black dot on the skill page if you do.
Skill page. No, it's a white dot.
Then that means you do not have proficiency. So
Wait, are you sure? Because I'm
Filled
dark.
dot?
I'm in dark mode. Because it's a filled
it
dot.
would.
Yeah, the other ones are like dotted lines.
Uh,
My
let me
athletics
do.
is a +3.
Oh, if it's a filled dot, then
Yeah,
it
it's
should
Oh
be
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I'm proficient.
Yeah. All right. Well then, um, you sort of spit on your hands to get that little bit of extra traction, and you brace your feet against the stone beneath you, and you give it a fine, hefty shove as it slowly widens open, just a sliver enough to enable you to see within it. However, as you do so, as you unleash the lid of the coffin, there is a massive burst of ashen dust that expels from it, completely enveloping you and wafting down into the hallways and enveloping the companions that you had behind you. Um, as this happens, all of you sort of have this out of body experience as you feel your spirit sort of leave your body and drift behind you. Um, the room itself grows blurry, and you find yourselves standing amongst the monks of the Order of the Last Vigil. They all hold dim lanterns as shadows press in from all sides. The monks chant softly, words that echo like water droplets in a deep cave. Um, When the hollow bells toll, when the light is sundered and remade, the god sworn shall bear the flame of the end. And as you all sort of make out that chant, all of the monks in unison turn their attention towards you, hollow-eyed. You feel this sort of sense of innate dread overtake you before it slowly fades and is replaced by hope. And then you all return to your bodies back where you stood.
Uh, well, I will ask a question here, but we're missing a guy. Not voice anymore.
Oh yeah, Sheppy.
Oh, he said he needs to restart his computer.
All right. Well, we're still standing, right?
Yes.
I was
Okay.
thinking about casting Thunderwave because it'd be funny.
I was also gonna ask too. It was really quiet when in this particular room, right? Like no sound.
Yeah,
Just in the location that Erebus is at, there is normal sound where you guys are.
Oh, okay.
You guys can't hear me say anything.
And we're just a little bit, like, we're just a room away, or what?
So he's
Kind of.
yeah. So you see where he's standing? He's in like a hidden crypt up there, and you guys are down below.
Oh.
Because the roof was caved in, and I just climbed up the rubble.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're down in the hall below him, basically.
I can just look at the tweet while I'm waiting for this update.
Yeah. As you all had that vision and you all returned to your bodies, the dust and ash that had been released from the coffin, it sort of settles back against the ground, intermingling with what already lies there.
What was that?
That was definitely some strange phenomenon, I'll admit.
Do we all have the same thing? I remember seeing a bunch of monks.
The
Yeah.
memories
Yeah.
of the many that you breathed in.
Yes, that's also the vision that I was greeted with. And they also spoke words. Did you all happen to make those out?
Nyx will repeat them.
As you do so, she's taking notes in her own private journal for her academic records.
I would also like to take notes in my academic records in real life. If you could put down the phrase.
Do you need me to repeat what was said?
Let me just open up a notepad thing. Yes, please.
When the hollow bells toll, when the light is sundered and remade, the Godsworn shall bear the flame of the end.
When the hollow bells toll, when the light is sundered and made.
Remade.
That's remade. And then what was after that?
The Godsworn shall bear the flame of the end.
Okie dokie. I'm all set. These Godsworn. Anyone know anything about them?
Let's see. I'm gonna have the only one the only ones that would even be able to potentially roll this check would be both Alaris and Frick. What was your character's name, Ryan?
Callum.
Callum, that's right.
Calum. There's an A and an E.
Calum.
Like Caleb.
So it would be a history check for yeah. Let's see.
7 plus, I rolled a 7, and I have a plus 7, so I got a 14.
Would there be something unrelated, but still go by the same name from where I'm from that I could roll history check to give bad information?
No. Yep, she doesn't know shit. Alaris.
14?
Alaris sort of racks her brain, contemplating and thinking, and as you also do so, Calum, you both find yourselves wanting. There is nothing that comes to mind with that particular terminology.
Damn.
Perhaps they left a note.
Erebus, you're still up there.
I'm gonna go ahead and climb back down.
You don't want to check out the coffin first?
Oh, wait. I mean, there's more than just... Okay, I figured it was just filled with the ash. Yeah, I'll go ahead and look inside of the sarcophagus now.
Billy just went up there just to make an ash cloud, and then he's done.
Yep, yep.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, no, I'll go ahead and... what would that be?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Investigation, gotcha. 7.
7. Alrighty. So within, you manage to find um, just a small locket, and of course the bones and dust of whoever laid interred here.
I'm gonna go ahead and snag up that locket and pop it open. See,
As you do so,
locked.
as you pop it open, you see it sort of gets this very sort of gentle, radiant glow to it, and the glow sort of sinks from the item and falls to your palm and envelops you. For the next minute, you have guidance cast on yourself, which means that whenever you make a check within the next minute, you can roll 1d4 to the check.
Okay. Okay. So then, when I'm like on the app, do I just open up the dice and then click that and then click my roll?
You would do your roll first and then add the
And then just
the
okay,
d4.
got it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna climb back down the rubble now.
All right, and you get a slight sense of relief as you're able to hear yourself and your companions again.
Hey, hey guys.
Hi.
I was gonna say, well, damn, if you could find notes in this dusty ass place, let me know. Because I certainly think that if they left any papers, we ain't seeing it. It's gone by now.
Apologies for that. I did, however, find a cool little trinket. Other than that, not much up there. I will say that room is weird. I couldn't hear anything. Couldn't even hear
Oh,
myself. I was alone with my thoughts in that room.
that sounds. Well, that doesn't sound. Well,
That sounds intriguing.
but there's no sound, so how can it sound like anything?
He's got a point there.
Figure of speech.
Oh god.
You actually found something though?
Just a small locket. When I opened it, something seemed to sink inside of me. Some sort of power, it seems. But it feels quickly fading. I don't recommend going up there, to be honest.
There was nothing else?
I mean, if we go up there, there'll be no way to communicate.
I can point in. I can, you know,
You
use
want
my
to take
hand.
point guard?
Yeah,
Protect us?
yeah. If you scream, just know it doesn't help. I'll be looking around though. Guard will start moving forward. I'm still updating, so you're gonna have to take over, Mr. DM.
You're going up there?
Oh, hold on. I just saw my health bar. How much health do I have? Mother fudger.
Yeah, you got skellied.
I got bone. No. Guard will start moving his way forward. he will say, "Does anyone got rope? I have an idea. If we can't communicate,
I
and you're
believe I have some rope.
and you are behind me, tie some rope around each other, and if one of us gets attacked, tug on the rope, or if you see something, tug on the rope."
Yeah, I have some rope.
All right. Handed
I'll go
him.
ahead and yeah, I'll tie a loop and tie it to myself and hand you the other end.
All right.
How
Guard
long
will,
is our rope?
50 feet.
Okay.
generally 50 feet. Yeah. Guard will do the same for himself. For the front end, and then offer the next person who wants to partake in this little idea.
Nyx will remain downstairs in the hallway, but she will, or in the, I guess the mausoleum part of
Or
it.
whatever. Yeah.
And she'll just hold the end of the rope.
All right. Good. Caleb, do you want to wear the rope?
You want me to wear the rope?
We're
Around
tying
your
her.
waist.
Actually, is who's coming up? Guard will ask, who else is coming up? Who's staying down? Who's coming up?
I'll remain down here.
We're in.
Is it just me and Erebus then? All right. Well, if I find a skeleton with a gold tooth in it, I'm keeping the gold tooth.
All right, big guy.
I did say you could take whatever treasure you found.
I ain't splitting the tooth. I'll tell you that much. He climbs up.
Well, if I click on my guy, it's gonna crash. You have to rename me first.
There's some shenanigans afoot.
There you go. So, guard, as you make your way up there, I need you to roll an athletics check for me.
I'll roll for you, and then I'll continue trying to get in. Okay. A 14.
14. All right. You
No,
managed to
13.
13? Okay.
Yeah.
You managed to scrabble your way up there. And you are also met with the strange sort of eerie silence that overtakes you. Taking a look around in this place, you see that it's really only a small 15 by 15 room with just a singular sarcophagus and a number of urns and reliquaries sort of scattered about the place.
Nothing about uh no worthy notes in there to, or I should say there's nothing that stands out. Or let's look at the
Yeah,
reliquary. Does it have
the
anything specific on it?
go ahead and give me a perception check, or actually investigation check. Sorry.
Let's go. +1. I got this.
Erebus, are you gonna hop up there with him?
Can he see anything up there right now?
Well, that is true.
You have dark vision, don't you, as an orc?
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I have dark vision.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I'm half elf. I have dark vision too. I just remembered. No, I'm.
Yeah,
I'll
the light lets you make out the colors and everything, though. With normal dark vision, you see everything in shades of gray.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just gonna stay down, just as an anchor.
All right.
Uh, 18 investigation.
18 investigation. All
I
right.
got lucky with that roll.
Yeah. You as you check out the various reliquaries and urns sort of scattered about the place, most of them seem entirely empty. However, within one particular reliquary, it's just a simple um, box made out of metal with very fine, sort of almost mithril-like filigree encircled around it. You in particular focus on that one as it's a standout amongst all the others. Do you choose to pop it open?
Guard, he's shiny. Guard, take shiny.
You just take it in the box, or are you gonna open it up?
Mm, that's a good question. We'll try to open it up.
All right. It does not appear to be locked. You pop it open. um, as you pop it open, there is this sort of faint ethereal glow that accompanies it as it is opened, and within you see laying on the sort of satin-lined interior of it a ritual censer of sorts. It doesn't appear to have been used in quite a while, but you gather the box itself and the censer itself may be worth something. Or perhaps you just want to use it to burn some incense and chill someday.
We shall see. He's just gonna. How heavy is this box? Not that heavy, right?
Nah, it's only about 10 pounds,
Okay. With this box.
and that's with the sensor inside of it.
Ooh, heck yeah. Well, he's gonna pick it up gently, as gently as a man his size could, like a hamburger, and he's gonna.
And take a nice hearty bite.
We're gonna we're gonna bite into the box now, but we're gonna bring the box to the end where we came from.
Yeah.
And can Erebus see me from down there?
Yep.
Okay, I wave the box in front of him.
Erebus, you keeping an eye out. I assume you would notice guard approach the edge and wave a box in front of you, trying to get your attention.
It looks like he found something up there. I'm gonna go ahead and. What is he trying to hand it off to me?
I know it's a little bit distance away. Guard is a little easy on the brain. He's thinking of dropping it to you. this this little ancient box.
I'm gonna maybe step back a little bit and hold out my hands for him.
He will motion that he's gonna, you know, hand it off that way.
If the box looks too heavy for me to catch, can I maybe just step back and let it fall? I mean, 10.
What's your
Am I gonna do a roll here to catch this?
what's your intelligence at?
Intelligence 13.
13. It doesn't seem to be a particularly heavy box. You gather you may be able to catch it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hold out my hands, brace myself to catch the box, and I'm gonna motion to guard. I'm gonna wave to go ahead and drop it, and then hold my hands out.
All right. He lets go of the shiny.
All right, Erebus, go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me.
Gotcha.
And for that, you just go to wherever your abilities are, and you just click the
20.
dexterity number. Nice.
Woo!
With deft, skilled hands, the box lands in your open, waiting arms, like it had fallen straight from heaven into them.
Perfect. Looks like we found something. I'm gonna go ahead and hold the box over and show everybody else.
Alaris will take a big look at it. She immediately begins sketching it in her academic journals.
Well, I'm gonna, I don't know, set it on the ground and wait, wait for guard.
Alaris will pick it up, and then she'll come stand over here and just keep staring at it and making fine adjustments to her sketch of it. Guard, you gonna hop down now, or are you gonna keep trying to find something?
And I need to do voice activity for sigil, but with
Don't forget to claim your character. And probably unclaim the stone golem.
I am so sorry. I forgot I needed to switch to voice activity. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I think you're like cutting out. I could hear you just now though.
Uh-oh. Well, let me know if it's unbearable, and I will figure something out. Let me claim this boy. Alright. I got guard. And then what else do I gotta do? Just claim when I'm good?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm in the game.
Welcome.
Thinking. So, anything else do I want to do? Well, if there doesn't appear to be anything in particular noteworthy to guard, um, he's just gonna pop down, but he always likes to double check. So, can I give a quick sweep?
Yeah, roll perception.
It's just a 15.
15. Yeah, there isn't really anything else that catches your eye within here. That was the one that you had found was really the only standout amongst the reliquaries. The other ones are kind of tarnished and what's the word? Uninteresting, I guess.
Alright. He's gonna clamber back down. Actually, how far is the jump down?
It's only about 5 feet.
Only about 5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very easy to kip down. Oh, I forgot you're in the game, so I didn't have to move you. Sorry about that.
You took me! No!
Alaris will return the reliquary to whoever wants it after finishing her sketch.
Well, guard, big guy, you found it.
I did find it, but it was a bunch of. Well, I don't know what to do with it. But I'll hold on to it.
I imagine in Veltros you may be able to find an interested party willing to buy it from you.
He thinks on that for a moment. So while he's thinking, he goes, "Hey, look down here."
No, we're all waiting on you. We've already searched this area. We're ready to move on to the next alcove.
All right. Also, here's your rope back. He returns the portion of the rope to Erebus.
Nyx just lets it slide from her arms as she continues back down the hall and across the bridge.
Wait up!
We'll follow.
I don't want you finding those gold-toothed skeletons before me.
Erebus, Calum, you joining us over here?
Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard me. I was saying I'll follow.
All right.
Windows open. I'm trying to figure it out. It opened 3 of them. I'm having issues, but I'm trying to listen as well.
Alrighty. Well, you can. I have it live streaming, so if you still want to look at the map, you can just open my stream. I mute it.
Can he see through the fog
I
on
might
your,
just
on
have
your
to do
screen?
No, I can't.
Okay. The fog of war. We're going to war, boys.
It also doesn't auto clear when you walk through it yet, so I have to manually delete it.
It looks like it's like one element though, right? It's just one big,
Yeah.
almost a square, almost a rectangle.
Yup.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Got some RTS vibes from this fog.
Yeah. Don't go there. That's what the Zerg are.
No, that's the Elden Ring boss.
I feel like if I enter there, I'm gonna get jumped from a League of Legends character or a Dota character.
Never face
Nice.
check the bush. Next we'll actually head up here to this other alcove. I want to see what's down it.
It appears to be structured in pretty much the same way as the previous one. However, the ceiling isn't collapsed in on this one.
If only we knew who was interred in that hidden chamber.
Interred?
Put to rest.
Oh. Oh. Do we know? Do we know?
Did you see any sort of writing or anything on the crypt?
Up there? No.
Then perhaps it remains unmarked.
No, I didn't see anything.
I'm gonna take a look at the bridge before I cross it.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
21.
21. It's definitely seen better days. You can see aspects of it that are sort of rotted away from just time and the constant stream of the water flowing underneath it. But there does appear to be a safe path that you can navigate to cross without risk of falling in.
We will navigate that path and move into the alcoves. I assume this one's also ashy.
It is.
Once we are on the stone.
This one notably not as ashy, however.
Question: is this path that they are taking? Is this path safe to cross for someone of guard's stature?
Do you voice your concerns?
You guards like I don't know if I'm gonna fit in here.
Would my perception check have told me whether or not he'd be able to cross?
Yeah. So it's a bit of a risk, but he could potentially do it.
Well, I'll say nothing. So we can move up and inspect the area.
Oh no.
You want me to do an investigation check?
What are you attempting to investigate?
Just the alcoves.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
22.
22. All right. Uh, in the bottom right alcove here, you did note there was another an ashen urn there, sort of set off to the side of the sarcophagus. Um, the other stuff, you don't see anything else.
Okay, well, she'd make probably along the top here. She'd go across the top and then come back on the bottom. So the urn would be the last thing that she'd see.
All right.
She'd probably pick it up haphazardly and just kind of walk back across the bridge with it. And hand it to Alaris.
She takes it gingerly. Did you want this returned to you after?
You know why I'm here. I don't care for any of this.
All right.
She says as she puts her arms up in like a shrug and continues on.
I'll store it in my bag
It's interesting.
for later research then. She flips the flap open of her little side satchel and she sticks it in there and you see it vanish in the void space of her bag of holding.
I wish I had one of those.
Okay. I didn't realize you had that.
I'm a
Oh,
wizard of some exceptional skill. I've got a few little trinkets like this.
well, I don't want this little box I have getting damaged. Do you mind putting this in there?
It should fit. She holds her hands out for it.
All right. Hands it over.
She'll gently place it in, close the flap back up. All right, well, you all ready to move on further into the depths?
What? Yep. I'm ready to go.
Calum, Aramis?
Oh,
I'm ready.
I'm ready to follow.
Very well.
I see we're taking the most direct route. That's fine. Next, we'll inspect the bridge once again.
Roll for it.
24.
24. This one actually seems to be in a bit better of a state. There is one or two soggy, moldy places that may be a bit sketchy, but it'd only be like a single plank if it does give out.
Next, we'll cross and point out the locations that they should not step. I can't see the other side though, so wait. Once she crosses, she'll step aside and let whoever wants to lead. Gotta just change direction. There we go. Right. Scroll wheel.
Guard will go to the front. Alright.
Here you find yourselves in another similar mausoleum, with a number of sarcophagus lining it. However, you note that there is actually a path that leads centerward.
Step lightly,
Alright,
friend.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah-huh. Welcome.
There we go. I think I got it, and I can actually mess with things.
Woohoo!
There
Nice.
You know?
Yeah, you just need to claim your character.
I think I did.
Yeah, he moved. He's been moving himself.
Okay.
I'm gonna tread as much as I can. And he's gonna move forward. Because he's a direct man. He's just gonna keep going.
I want to kind of check out to the left too. But I want to like be very mindful and kind of watching my step and make sure I'm not stepping on anything bad and being very careful because I know my weak stature.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Can I do that in here or is it?
You should be able to.
Is it? I assume this is all dark.
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, Erebus does have light on his staff though, so it's a bit illuminated.
Figured it out. 22. Let's go.
Nice.
I suppose I could roll in game too.
Oh yeah, you can roll in game.
I have both opened up, so just let me know what you guys want me doing. I can do D&D Beyond or Sigil.
Whichever y'all prefer. So you're going down this pathway?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you got a 22, you said?
Yep.
All right. You do take note about in the middle of the hallway there appears to be a slight depression in the floor. That most likely may be a trap. So you take a little hop over it.
I announce it to everyone and make sure everybody knows exactly which one that is because we don't want to, trigger anything. And when I look around the corner, I'm assuming I see that skelly right there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not I'm kind of going nice and careful, looking around, being kind of sneaky. Like I'm not trying to just waltz right on in, but I'm trying to also explore. So once I see that skelly, I'm like, there's trap skelly right here. Careful. I don't know if this one's gonna get up again.
Neither I. Nyx will go back and mark the trap by dropping her torch on it, or well, near it.
Thank you for being near it and not on it.
I will quietly yell like a whisper yell down the hall. Psst, hey, guard, get back down here. I think you found something.
What have your bookish ways found?
Well, we found a trap, which means somebody doesn't want us going this way. Which means we definitely should go this way.
I like your logic. Because I do agree.
I thought you would. And then I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go down the hall to like behind Calum.
Wait
All
a
right.
second. Well,
Uh,
everything on the map is, what we're seeing, right? So this hallway
Yep.
over here can lead into this room too.
Yep.
It might also be trapped though.
that grate, does it look kind of weak like the other ones in the previous room, or does this look
It absolutely does look a little on the weaker end.
lovely? So I announced that to the group as well. I'm like, yo, just be mindful of your feet. These grates, like in the other room, don't look very sturdy. So be mindful of any pressure you put on them.
Under pressure. Do, 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 do.
No, my stream is copywritten now.
Is that middle section? It's concrete or stone?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna like. Is there enough room for me to kind of like hug the wall and kind of skirt on the side of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of want to do that and kind of look around just the corner here and see
Yeah.
that, and then kind of investigate that a little bit more as well.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Yo, I don't like this. The central dice. Can I go back to D&D?
Roll whatever you want, man.
Dude, it's fine. Just natural one. Really? No, I got an 8. I got an 8 total of a natural one. Fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's a little dark in there, man.
Oh boy.
As you approach it, you definitely can make out rougher details of it with the light of Erebus's staff sort of cresting around the corner there, but you do see writing on the base of it that you can't quite make out in the light that's available to you. However, the angelic statue itself, um, it stands its once radiant form now cracked and eroded by time. Its wings, once symbols of divinity, are chipped and weathered, yet something lingers, a sense of watchfulness, a presence that has not fully left.
Has it been an hour since we first got into the previous room? Like I don't know how long we've kind of been poking around right now.
Let's say it's only been about 15 or so minutes. Or are you talking? Are you talking your comprehend languages from when you came in through the door?
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting right on the end of that duration.
All right, I would turn around and say, "Hey, I don't have much more time to be able to comprehend everything, all languages. Can someone come over here with the light so I can read this real quick? There's an old language here. Just please be careful of the grate."
I'm gonna go ahead and follow the path that he took around, like kind of skirt around the wall there, as careful as I can.
Alrighty.
Kind of
Nyx is
hugging
going
it to where I'm out of his way. Oh my god, there you go. Yeah.
that way.
Oh, parkour!
Parkour.
Are you joining us in here, guard?
Yeah, he is.
Not a lot of space to pass around people.
Watch
but
the grate, buddy.
Maybe
Maybe jump over it.
I'm trying to like be as careful as I can with the token. Let me see here.
So with the light now, can I read this a little better?
Yes. So you see.
Try and read as quickly as possible because I know that I can feel the spell kind of fading away.
With the light here, you're able to make out the two sides that you can see. They both have writing on it, so that leads you to believe that there's probably writing around the entire base of the statue. You want to start with the front passage?
Yes.
Okay. It reads, I did not fall, I was forsaken. If the heavens have forgotten, let the earth remember.
As I'm reading, I'm saying out loud so everybody hears.
And then there is a faint gloating golden glow that lingers in the cracks of the inscription, pulsing like a dying ember. You shift yourself to the...
I go to touch it real quick, and then I see if anything happens, and then I'll shift.
There is a very sort of almost familiar warmth that that encompasses your hand where you touch it. Actually,
I'll just mutter to myself, interesting, and I'll keep reading.
this reads, the gods fled, we remained. Do not mistake silence for peace. Do not mistake ruin for surrender. And beneath these words, a single angelic feather, petrified into stone, rests at the base of the pedestal.
Can I pick it up?
It's petrified against the base of the statue.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there any more glowing?
Not from this section.
Okay. If I can, I want to get to the back or to the other side and just keep reading.
All right. You can get around the back.
I'm a scrawny little kid.
This one reads, we sang until our voices shattered. We held until our hands broke. When the last light failed, we did not close our eyes. The last line is partially erased, as if something did not wish it to be read.
So what I'll do is I'll take out one of my notebooks, not mine, my notebook, but I'll take out another one and I will write down everything I just read as quickly as I can, and then try and kind of copy what I see, or if there's like any symbols and kind of what it may look like. But I understand I can't read it.
You can always press the paper against it and
Yeah, you can do a little engraving
stenograph.
or stenograph. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, then I'm gonna do that. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. You going to the fourth and final side?
Yes.
This one reads, if you kneel, you will not rise. If you rise, you will be judged. Choose. And then, as you do this, you note the eyes of the statue, though weathered, seem to be following you.
Whoa! You guys notice that? That's creepy.
So what I say it out loud, and what did I say? What did I read again?
If you kneel, you will not rise. If you rise, you will be judged. Choose.
I look at the eyes, meet his gaze, and I rise, knowing that I felt that calming warmth touch to the ruin.
Uh,
I'm gonna rise.
yeah. As you do so, the once shattered wings seem to sort of be enveloped by that same kind of golden glow that you had noticed in the initial inscription. The eyes sort of pass over you, and you feel in that moment your very character, everything about you being explored. And then the light fades from the wings, and the statue's eyes, still meeting your gaze, they actually begin to weep in gold, like the weeping statues in the streets of Hollow Rest.
I whisper out, is anybody else seeing this?
I suppose, can we see that?
And I ask the statue, because I can't speak it. I can comprehend it, right? That's what my spell is.
Yes.
Looking and matching its gaze, I'm just gonna say, um, why are you weeping?
Uh, you begin to hear a soft hum like a lullaby on the wind. The world fades, and you see the edge of the world, where the sea pours into the void. There a shadow looms, its form impossible, its eyes like broken mirrors, mirroring the shattered sky above the Veilspire in hollow rest. And then you find yourself returned.
I guess I would try and not necessarily shout because I still kind of know where I am, but I would just call out for Alaris quickly.
She'll quickly rush over and grab hold of your hand.
Because, like, I would definitely be shaking because I just got transported somewhere without leaving.
Are you doing all right, Caleb?
Is anybody else seeing the eyes glowing? Or are the eyes still glowing?
We did see the glow, and well, at least I can see the statue is weeping too. It matches what strange phenomenon goes on in the city above.
And I will literally account like as many details as I possibly can to Alaris and just say, I just saw this. It was like I was transported. I give as much detail, and I'd start while I'm doing that. I have a tendency to be writing down as I'm doing it to record it and to be able to go back and refresh my memory and try and look back and figure more things out. But I'm
Uh,
actively recording and explaining it to Laris.
she is listening with rapt attention as you divulge what you had seen in your vision. Um, and after you've fully recounted it, she kind of takes a moment to lull over her own thoughts. And then
Do
she
I
kind of gives you a little gentle smile to kind of try and give you a bit of comfort. She'll gently pat your back. Well, you're back here with us now. As for what you saw, well, best not dwell on it.
I'm gonna I will nod my head and like, okay. Look back up at the statue, meet its gaze, but then also try and remember every note of that lullaby, I guess would be the word he would use, and try and remember that and the notes and kind of how it went.
Okay.
Because I would think back to, okay, there was song and music or some sort of tune that got us in here. Maybe that's gonna play a key later, and I'm gonna try and remember that little bit of notes that I heard.
All right. Go ahead and make note. Actually, let's see. Go ahead and roll me a just a general intelligence check, just to see how well you manage to retain the notes.
You gotta be kidding me! Stupid.
You get most of it. You can go ahead and write in your personal notes that you have memorized at least in part the hymn of the silence.
Parts?
Yes.
Hymn of the Silence. Okay.
Nix will motion guard to the hallway here with the tombstones.
He'll tiptoe in that direction, trying to avoid the grates. The grates.
And we'll start heading in that direction. There'll be enough room for both of us in that hallway.
I'll take a look on the left.
So, as you walk down this pathway, you can see the epitaphs that have been placed against the wall here. They all have written in common things on them, basically. Let's see. Hang on one moment.
I think technically those would be cenotaphs if there's no one buried there.
Ooh.
All right, Mr. Technicality.
Fun words.
Them there things.
I just know there's something here.
Look, I play necromancers. I need to know these things.
Let's see. Okay. You gonna attempt to read it, guard?
Me?
I mean, you're standing right next to it.
Let me zoom in game to get the immersion.
Are you literate?
Yeah, I'd say guard is somewhat literate.
So that one that you have there reads, I sought their voices in the wind. I traced their steps in the dust. I prayed, though none would answer. If you read this, know that I was here. And it's signed a wanderer now at rest. You see the, what'd you call it? Stenograph?
Cenotaph. It's like an epitaph, but cenotaph.
Cenotaph. Okay.
It's a burial. It's like a burial or a fixed thing that is to represent someone's death that didn't actually die there.
Gotcha.
Or the body is not interred.
So beneath it, you see there is a groove. And as you kind of take a peek at that, you can see a simple black feather, untouched by time.
He will read off what it said, but then he will point at the feather and go, "There's something here that seems out of place. I don't know what to make of it." Now, guard doesn't have a torch, so he's just pointing in the dark at this feather.
Nyx has a torch and she's behind him, so.
Oh yeah, you'd be able to see then.
One second.
Whoa.
That's incredible. Finding out the mechanics of this little program being a little cheeky.
Erebus is gonna go ahead and walk up behind guard and look at the feather.
Yeah, Nyx would tell guard to refer to the Seba, which she's referring to Alaris.
Alaris.
Yes.
Check this out.
She'll. Hang on one second. You're doing all right, Callum?
Yeah, I just want to look at this
All right. Well, we'll be right here.
While all that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and roll an investigation check looking for traps and valuables in the hallway.
Go for it.
Guard, just point at that feather.
We're going to roll a 6.
Alaris kind of crouches down, taking a peek at it. Oh, strange. You would imagine it would have lost its luster being down in here for so long, but it appears entirely fine.
Do they keep birds down here?
I imagine not. As far as I'm aware, the last vigil didn't really associate themselves with birds of sorts. But then again, these are not proper burial sites, more just memorials. Perhaps the feather was significant to whoever this was written in the honor of.
I'll try not to disturb it too much then. Or the rest of these, for that matter. Does it say the same thing for the other one, too?
Which one are you checking out?
This one, to my right.
Let's
Left, I should
see.
say.
So that one would read. Most of the letters here are kind of half erased. The edges of the stone are charred as if it was once burned with an unseen fire. Uh, what you're able to make out, though, marked by fire, chosen by silence, betrayed by time. If the bells toll once more, remember me, one who walked this path before. Dix, what was your investigation?
6.
6? Alright. Yeah, nothing really catches your eye as you make your way down the hall. However, you do note in the center of this particular area, there is the shattered remnants of an angelic statue that kind of mirrors the one on the other end of the hall.
Okay. We didn't investigate this area. It was mostly just the hall that we were walking through. Which I'm gonna say that 6 is really just Nick's being disinterested.
Wait, so is there a hole there, or it's just like rubble?
Where the statue is?
Yeah.
It's just the rubble of the statue.
Oh, okay.
The Ruble.
And then, what's that to the left over there again?
Where at? Over here?
Yeah, like those little. What are those?
These are they're large sarcophagi. They don't have any large sarcophagi models, so I just mixed together a bunch of things to make the general appearance of it.
Okay.
Some of them definitely look like they've been sort of shattered and eroded, though.
Nix will move into this room and do some more investigation.
Go for it.
I was gonna say the same. I was gonna go. I'll go up and to the left.
Okay.
If she wants to go up and to the right.
Yeah, Nix is just totally disinterested. We rolled a 7.
Oh, I guess I should do an investigation roll, huh?
It's just like, yep, looks like a crypt.
Would be skills. 16.
16. So you do know, let's see, on that, oh, actually on that one, let's see. This one, you actually see a sort of relief carving on um the lid of the sarcophagus. Uh, it appears to be a stone mouth open as if to speak, but hollow within.
Um.
Clearly, you should put your hand inside it.
uh, yeah, I'll go ahead and reach my hand inside.
All right. You
Yeah.
feel the cool embrace of uncaring stone as your hand reaches into the interior of the mouth,
Okay. Um.
and then it bites your hand. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. So does this like look like there's any way to open it, or is it just like super heavy stone?
Yeah, it's incredibly large compared to the one that you had opened yourself. You imagine that it would take significant strength to try and force it open.
Okay. Well, I'm just don't really. I'm disinterested by. I mean, I'll say, yeah, that's pretty
Strength?
cool. Whoever carved that must have taken a lot of time.
I heard strength considerable.
I mean, does it look like it could be broken open with the nice axe?
Is this area ashy before we start talking about breaking things?
There is an ever-present layer of ash throughout the entirety of this place.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Except for in the open areas, apparently.
Alaris has her hand atop this one and is kind of reciting the words to herself as she traces along the stone.
Did we not read all of those?
Nope.
Nick's walked that side, and she's pretty disinterested. The information she wants, she gets at the end, so...
I'll go ahead and walk down to that right side one that's closest to me at the end of the hall.
This one?
Yeah. Yep. And then, you said it was in common, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and read that out loud.
Oh. Interesting that you chose this one, actually. This one reads, I carried the weight of faith. In the end, it crushed me. Perhaps in death I shall be free. And it's signed Inquisitor Velthar, pardoned by the grave. And you see, buried in stone beneath the name, scratched out as if by desperate hands, a sigil of the Creed Forged. And we're actually going to take a short little 10-minute break there.
Okay.
Give you time to ruminate over it and any bio breaks or anything anybody needs to take. I will be right back.
Take your
In-
time, Steve.
He's gone.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. How is?
Welcome, welcome.
Oh,
You had to exercise the spirit inside you there for a second, huh?
yeah, sorry. Demons were coming out.
Release the beast!
Nix and Callum, you back yet? As a no.
There is no Caleb here, only Zool.
No! Your mini gets replaced with Zool.
Callum was the true BBEG all along.
What does that mean? Big bad.
Big bad enemy guy.
Oh, dude, I literally was like big bad enemy, but I couldn't figure out G. Dang.
Yup, gotta learn all the terminology, man. Nixie back yet? Nope.
Eating.
How's everybody feeling? Having a good time?
Absolutely.
Yes, hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
All right, we'll hop right back into it. So, Erebus, you had just uncovered this particular, or rather, just read this particular friggin' whatever graph.
No, not stenograph. Whatever. Yeah. And then you said something about a sigil of the Creed Forged being scratched out.
Yes. The sigil itself looks like it was marred as it lay buried in the stone by somebody attempting to scratch it out, and it was signed or was made in memoriam to Inquisitor Velthar, which Inquisitor is a term generally used by the leaders of the Creed Forged.
Right. Which I might know a thing or two about.
One or two.
As after I read it out loud, I see the insignia, and I just kind of say out loud, "What the hell is that doing here?"
So, what did you find?
Oh, nothing much. Just this crazy text. Some weird insignia.
Crazy text. As opposed to normal text?
Well, I suppose it's all crazy for you, my friend. Now, how about that other one hasn't been read yet, right? The one that
Oh,
Alaris was saying.
I just finished reading it.
Okay. Can I ask Alaris what that one said?
It wasn't signed. Oh wait, sorry, no, this one was signed. It was signed by, or rather, made in memorial to Brother Halloran, Keeper of the Final Watch, which I believe Halloran was one of the last of the Order to remain standing before they all fell. It read, "We stood when the gods fell, we knelt when the light waned, but we did not break, not even in the silence."
Hmm. Do any of y'all suppose you can figure out what any of these mean? What about
I doubt there's
Callum?
a puzzle behind them. They're honestly just written in memorial to the fallen.
Okay, so there's. I was gonna say because Callum was recording that hymn. These wouldn't have anything to do with that. So
You're
like
gonna find that Callum likes writing everything down, recording everything. Like he loves his books.
right. Oh, he's a wizard in training, right?
Am I technically in training?
I was just about like I was
Yes.
because like I mean you're still a youth. I mean
You're
you're very very young.
yeah, you're an apprentice still. But once you get your once you officially become recognized as a member of the order, that's when you become a fully fledged wizard.
Okay, just
So
I don't want to answer
you're
wrongly in this
yeah.
question because it's very
You're
visibly.
you're on the cusp of becoming a full fledged wizard. You've been training for a long time, so you and with your own natural given talents, you're a bit of you're a few leagues ahead of other individuals.
Oh yeah, because he's more of like a sorcerer wizard, like
No,
gone
I'm a wizard.
wizard.
Straight up a wizard, but it's just
No, he's just particularly prodigious.
Ah, okay.
prodigious. What does that mean?
Like
Teacher's
a
pet.
Prodigy like.
Gotcha.
Teacher's pet.
Yeah, he's got specific memories. He doesn't forget
Well,
things, so
wasn't
it
he
allows
close?
him to.
Isn't he close to Alaris? Like
Yeah.
he knew Alaris at the bar.
Well, you can assume that they're close. You haven't asked them much about their relationship between each other.
Okay, okay.
She just introduced him as her ward.
That's what it was. Okay.
But yeah, no, I didn't want to just say yeah, I'm a wizard, but like that's kind of the class I'm playing. But I didn't know if I've made it or not. So yeah, I'm in training, but I'm looking at being one of the younger ones with the title.
So that was a dead end down there at that other end.
I'm gonna look back at the statue one more time. Is it still kind of weeping?
Yeah.
Can I go up and touch the face like in a gentle manner?
Sure.
Also, with my investigation check that I did up by that other sarcophagus, was there like would I have seen any text? It was like in that area.
No.
Oh, that's all right.
These tombs are unmarked.
Okay.
That we retrace our steps and move onward.
That was my idea.
Back out here.
You following after Nyx?
I
So
want to.
did anything happen after you touched the angel's face?
No.
Can I go down the other path down this way, kind of doing the same thing, hugging the side, being very mindful, and kind of looking at everything, making sure I'm not going to step on anything bad.
Guard,
Roll perception.
maybe follow him.
Guys, wait up.
14.
14. There is a similar floor trap here that you can step over easily enough.
I point at it to guard and step over it. Do I notice anything down these kind of hallways? These three right here on the left hand side.
They all are similarly it's just similar sarcophagi to what you have been noticing in the other ones. Let's see. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me as you kick up a bit of the ash here.
Fuck. Does 10 make it?
10 does make it. You sort of cough and sneeze a bit, but you are not taken by any visions.
Chewy.
What the? Careful, that does.
Yeah, little dusty over here.
Let me get the same from you too, guard.
What?
Damn.
And a
Friendly
Lars.
fire. Is there a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
22.
22. All right. You feel the beginnings of a vision take you. But do you want to let it take you, or do you want to sneeze it away?
I'll let it take me.
Okay. You feel the ground beneath you soften. Your feet sink into soil. Roots wind around your ankles. You stand in a forest of stone where trees grow from bone and leaves murmur with the voices of the dead. You see an ancient tree before you, um, opening a singular eye, revealing a pupil of green flame. It speaks not in words, but in thunder and wind, showing you flashes of the future. The Bonewalkers in chains, a storm swallowing the highlands, and a single green shoot piercing through the stone, a promise of survival. And with that singular shoot there, you are brought to mind the vision that brought you, or not necessarily the vision, but what you had encountered in the Highlands that had brought you into the presence of these individuals. That singular, unbothered tree and the sheer rage of the storms that constantly afflict the Highlands, standing dominant and sturdy and unbreaking.
Ooh. And then it sort of does it cut after like a zoom in on the tree?
Yes.
All right. Guard will would have had his eyes closed during this time, and then he opens them up. As he does, he goes, "Yep, there's something in the dirt.
I look at him and say, "What do you mean?"
Some where I come from, the people I have traveled with, the bones have a history that we listen to. The dead speak to us through that way. This place isn't so much different, but it's through the ground, the walls. He picks up some of the dust.
It filters through your hand like sand. So you must belong to the Bone Walkers then.
He does nod and go and oh, he stands up and says, "You know of them?"
I know of a great many things. The clans of the Highlands are an interesting bunch. We've much to learn from their ancient ways.
Well, I still have much to learn. I'm here for my own reasons outside the clan. Well, not necessarily outside the clans, but sort of a mission for the Bone Walkers, if you
I
will.
see.
Perhaps I will tell you about the vision I saw after this. We have to survive whatever challenges are in here first.
That we do. And we'll pop back over to these guys. What are you two doing over here?
Inspecting the bridge.
Go for it. This one seems actually very well built and much more sturdy than the previous ones. Rather, it was made of better material or some other type of thing. You can't tell. But you do see at the end that it is currently sort of obstructed by a large number of broken crates and various other things.
Would we be able to peer over those crates, or are they stacked high?
How tall are you?
Nyx is rather short. Let me see.
I think I'm 5'10".
Did I put it? I did not put her height in here. She's about 5'1".
All right. You'd barely be able to see it, see over it. Let me swap into the build mode real quick.
Go ahead, move up and look in.
It appears to be. Uh, One second while I scroll to this page in my stash notes. Um. Man, I should have organized this better. Room 3, 4. Room 5. Where is... Huh. All right. Well, so this section here appears to be a kind of large common area. You gather that this may be where the Order of the Last Vigil would sort of kind of just take their meals, generally mingle with one another. You can see, however, that this definitely appears to be like the remnants of their sort of last stand here. You can see their various cots and whatnot, and a few of their skeletal remains, some still lying within the bed as whatever transpired took them in their sleep, perhaps. And yeah, you gather that the refuse here was probably placed to try and blockade whatever was coming towards them. You can see there are a few other passageways that are almost completely blocked by rubble from your location as well. But yeah, that's about what you see.
Um, so it's about 5 foot high, you'd say, the stacks of crates?
Yeah,
Uh, I think we might be able to vault over that.
you going to try?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll give it a go. Jumping is an athletics.
Yep.
Not sure. Okay, so we'll just do that. I'm gonna roll in this area because it seems like it's a little bit more open. There you go. 21.
Nice. With deft skill and grace, you manage to leap over the fallen crates and make your way onto the other side. Erebus, you gonna try and follow?
Yeah, I will also
Athletics check.
vault over. 5.
5. All right. You leap over, but crash through it, taking 2 points of miscellaneous slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage as you kind of crash through it all.
Well done.
Do we hear that from here?
Yes.
Well, they're getting ahead of us. We should head forward.
So we should.
Careful not to wake the dead. Gonna inspect these floorboards though.
Go for it.
Wait, did I roll insight? That's supposed to be an investigation.
You rolled investigation.
Okay.
Um, the room itself actually seems to be much more stable than the bridge and the previous garden room. This actually seems like it was built with the foundation and stuff, so that it's actually raised up out of the underground river. Um, so it's a lot more sturdy. There are the few you can actually see the rickety planks. Um, that's the only real standouts to you. But even then, like it just falls down to the stone foundation below. So
Okay. Is there anything in these braziers to light, or is it just metal cage?
pretty much just a metal cage.
We'll take some of the wood from the pallets and stuff that was stacked, put it in the brazier and light that.
Alrighty. What are you lighting it with?
My torch.
Okay.
I'll move to the next one and do that as well.
Alaris will make her way over the pile over here.
I follow behind.
Give me an athletics check.
I was about to say. I saw 16 damage pop up. I'm like, what?
Can I do acrobatics?
Nope.
Damn it.
Do a barrel roll.
Similar to Erebus, you sort of crash your way through it, sustaining 2 points of damage.
The floor is missing right here.
Glad I'm not the only one who's not so graceful.
The floor is missing here.
Missing. I mean, I can see it on my end.
Right here, where my highlighter is.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's all. It's all covered in rubble there.
Okay, I mean there's no floor under the rubble, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm aware. I know. I just didn't feel like deleting it all after placing everything. So.
Fair enough. I mean, like, wanted to make sure that there actually is floor there, right?
Yes. Yes.
Rubble. Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't drop to the void.
Guard also steps over.
Athletics check.
He's like, no, I just step over it. Guard big.
$14.
14. All right. You managed to lumber your way over the rubble onto the other side.
Yahoo!
Oh, actually, hang on. I see what the issue is here. Give me one moment.
Hey!
Oh, shit. Whoops.
Hey!
Uh-oh, I'm scared.
My bad.
Oh no!
Yeah, it had rotated itself, so.
Hey, did you take a screenshot of everything that we rolled? No, we're coming up against.
Yeah, Nyx's rolls have been out of this world. I think your last 4 have been a +20.
I've had 2 20s this game, which is pretty uncharacteristic of me, to be honest. I usually roll really low. Gonna go ahead and do some investigation up here. Particular looking at the dead bodies, the skeletons, and then that chest that's over here.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll.
What else am I gonna move? I guess. Do I have to roll anything to go over these?
No.
No. Okay. Hey, got a 1.
Nice.
It's all because you said something about my rolls.
Sorry.
The skeletons appear entirely unremarkable to you. And as you make your way over to the chest, it is sort of rotted and rusted away. You do, however, see a pile of coin on the table there.
Nyx is not too interested in the money.
I will note too, there is also you can see the weapon racks. There is a couple of usable weapons on them as well, mostly just spears though.
These are nice. Are any of them usable?
Yeah, there's one or two usable per each one, depending on which one you go to.
Nyx will take a single spear and just hold it like she's planning on using it,
All right,
and then head over to these books
alrighty.
things and start looking at those.
Erebus, what you up to in here?
How about I go over there and also make an investigation check over by the chest?
All right. You can see the pile of coin blatantly on the table there also.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and snatch that on up and throw it in my bag.
You can go ahead and add 100 gold to your inventory.
Oh, okay.
And then roll your investigation check at the chest there.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nice. Within, you see a pair of boots that seem to be in much better condition than they should be, having been within here for so long. They're sort of made of this kind of greenish leather, with greenish canvas, looking almost leaf-like in its construction. Um, and then there are bits of leather sort of latticed over the feet and then up the shins a bit, where you can actually make out the embossing of branch-like patterns on them.
I'm gonna.
Which
Can I just take those and I'm gonna take off my boots and put those on.
uh,
What? Do they appear like they would fit me?
here you go. Oh, hang on, never mind. Don't look at that. There you go.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what they look like.
Ooh.
Um, you said you're gonna put them on?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down.
As you slide them on, they sort of form fit to your feet.
I thought you were gonna say there was a spider inside.
Give me one moment, and I will add the item to your inventory.
I thought you were going to say you're going to add the spider in there.
There you go. If you go ahead and refresh your character sheet, you should see it in there.
Sorry, wait, what did you just say?
If you refresh your character sheet, you should go and see. You should be able to see the item. I added it to your inventory.
Oh, okay. I do not. Or is it the costume?
No, it should be in there. I see it on my end.
Do I need to open?
It should just be in your inventory.
Wait.
Did you refresh your character sheet?
I was gonna say I just backed out and then
Yeah.
inventory. Oh, okay. I see. I see them.
Yeah, there you go.
Do that. While you wear these boots, your steps make no sound regardless of the surface you are moving on. You also have an advantage on dexterity and stealth checks.
Dexterity, stealth,
Ooh.
not all dexterity
Okay.
checks, just stealth.
Dexterity, stealth checks. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The
Awesome.
boots of Elvenkind, classic item.
I'm gonna let out a nice ooh as they tighten to my feet, and then I'm gonna walk over behind Nyx and see what she's looking at.
I should do another investigate for the books. It's like Alaris is doing something.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your investigation.
Hey, we're counting now. 6.
I see Alaris looking at the books and everything, and I kind of look down this hallway and look and see a bunch of, I guess, grates.
Yes, they do not look in a very good state either. You see it actually gives way from grate into wood on the other end, though, and you can just see on the cusp into what actually appears to be a natural underground cavern on the other side.
Yeah, but that way isn't barricaded, which is interesting.
Now, my question is are the grate is there a pathway to edge alongside the grates, or
There is, but it's risky because there isn't any actual guardrails on this one. Unlike the others.
Straight into the water.
Yes.
is the water calm, or does it give me an uneasy feeling?
No, it's
yeah, it's a raging underground river.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's about a 10-foot drop down into it.
YOLO, I'm kidding. I come over to Alaris and look at the books with her.
Roll investigation.
Brother just said YOLO, pushing him over.
Nyx, most of the books that you take a peek at seem entirely illegible.
What
Most.
is my rolls this game?
Same for both Alaris and Caleb. None of the books appear legible.
We're gonna hop over the table as opposed to walking on the grates. To check out the Bone Daddy over here.
This one, he is dressed in robes, though tattered. They bear the symbol of the last vigil, a lantern wreathed in vines, the light barely visible. He holds a rusted censer that's sort of fallen beside him and laying against the floor. As you approach, he actually begins to move. You see wisps of incense smoke drifting around him, creating an aura of melancholy reverence. His voice is soft and hollow, like wind through a crypt. Not shadows. Not silence. You are real. The vigil endures yet.
Do I hear that?
All of you can hear this, but it is a whisper, so you can't really make out the words aside from Nyx, who is standing right beside him.
Nyx waits. So hasn't asked a question of her yet, so she doesn't respond.
As you sort of remain in silence, and after the initial words reach you, you see this sort of cold blue flame that ignites in his eye sockets, and then this kind of mournful hum begins to fill the room, the echo of a hymn long forgotten. His bones sort of creak a bit as he rises from his chair, standing beside you. Um, his movements, while labored, seem measured and deliberate, almost ritualistic of a sort.
I got a question. Do I hear the hymn, and is it part of the hymn of the silence that I heard?
This hymn, the hymn that you're actually hearing, mimics the hymn of the last vigil that opened the door.
Okay. Is it just that one? I'm like, I see him moving. My head's on a swivel. I'm looking at all the other skeletons I've already clocked in the
Yep.
room, trying to figure out if anything else is moving, what's going on. I'm like full on like perceptive right now.
Yeah, it's just him that appears to be animated.
Should we be concerned? It looked like he's
Nix will put up
preparing.
a hand. Nix will
Uh,
put up a hand to stay her compatriots and say whispers are not warnings; they're invitations to listen and to accept.
I'm not
let's
showing
see.
that I'm being like aggressive or going for my book or anything. I'm just being very mindful of everything now going on in the room.
He makes his way past you, Nix, as he seems to be just wandering around for the moment, taking in what remains of the vigil. As he walks, the sensor it kind of drags behind him, making a bit of a strange, eerie racket as he does.
As I'm clocking him and watching his movement, watching his body language and everything, I'm gonna ask him, "Who are you?"
Once he reaches over here and sees the skeletons of his fallen brother, and he sort of kneels down in prayer and remains in silence for a minute before your question rings out. Um, let's see.
I'm gonna ice blast him in the back of the head before he can speak. No, I'm just kidding.
It's good to know
Um,
that he's staff, though.
I forgot to write down the name of this guy, so give me one moment.
Uh-oh.
Is the scepter still on the floor by the chair?
Is what?
The scepter still on the floor by the chair?
The censor?
Scepter. You said scepter?
No, I
I
didn't. I said
assumed it was both things. If there's no scepter, then
there's no scepter. He just had a censor.
okay.
Um,
Can you define censor for me?
it's oh god,
Go ahead.
it's basically it's religious in nature. It's what you would be like laying on like altars in churches where incense is burned for the dead and stuff like that.
Yeah, you usually see like people carrying around on chains.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
like a
okay.
chain with like a cage at the end of it that's burning incense.
Ah,
If you ever played a Souls game, some of the enemies have that, I believe.
Or if he played Dragon's Dogma, it's what the Dragon's Dogma 2, it's what the trickster uses.
okay. I know what you're talking.
After the moment of silence, he rises from his feet and he turns his attention towards you, Caleb. You ask my name, young one. I am Brother Lysander of the Last Vigil.
Brother I didn't hear that. Brother Lysander of the Last
Of
Vigil?
Yeah.
Okay.
He sees the skeleton and he goes down in similar reverence for a few moments.
Nyx waits patiently. It's never good to interrupt these things.
He rises from his feet, comes across this way. He gives you a slight respectful nod as he passes by you, Nyx. And then comes over to the other side, and he does the same for the fallen over here. And over here.
I ask him what happened here.
What happened everywhere, my son? The silence. Excuse me, sir. He says, looking at you, guard.
We're moving.
He ends his walk here in front of this particular location. It is an empty rack, an empty weapon rack, and he kneels down here for a moment, and he places his own staff against it, and then returns over here. I imagine you all have questions.
A few. Do you have any questions for us?
Well, I imagine my question would take a great deal of time. I doubt you all have such time to humor an old bony lad.
I was just trying to be fair, question for question. Um, Looking at him, do I know if he's like alive, or is it kind of like his spirit's just kind of holding on to his skeleton?
So it appears that he's got this sort of like smoky haze that's animating him. So you imagine it may be just his spirit.
All right. So my question would be, when was it that you were alive last in the flesh?
Uh,
And I'm assuming that these people you were mourning and praying over were your comrades. About what time were they last with us?
yes, they were my fellow brothers. We were the last, as far as we knew, to stand against the silence. But, well, like everywhere else, it eventually claimed us. Why I linger here, I do not know. As for how many, or how long rather, I've been down here, it's impossible for me to say. One doesn't keep track of time when you've not but your own thoughts and darkness.
So you
Next
don't
go around.
remember the year when you first came down here?
Well, it'd be impossible for me to give you a direct answer to that question without knowing. I imagine the years that I know and the years that you know are significantly changed.
Possibly.
But as far as the years that I know, it, I believe, was the year. 1100, I think that's what it was.
I look at um Alaris, and knowing what year it is now, and possibly the year he's talking about, can I kind of like induce how long it's been?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Let's go. Come on, give me a good one. Give me a good one. 17.
Nice. So, silence fell in the year 900 of the old world. It lasted for 100 years, snuffing out the last of the divinity after the 100 years, which would mark it. Oh, sorry, 200 years, which would mark it the year 1100. So you gather the last year that this man knows is the last year before the world basically reset without the divine.
Does our calendar count up from 0 then at that
It
time?
does, yes.
Okay.
So
It is. It is. It's currently year 350.
well, I will mention that to him. Like, well, it's currently year 350 after
350 PS post silence.
350 PS, and I will clarify the post silence.
He kind of gives you a bit of a solemn nod. Oh, not quite as long as I imagined, but still a significant amount of time nonetheless.
Nix will finish lighting his braziers while they're talking.
Well, let's get
And
to the
Brandy in
meat
the
of.
other room.
I think
I guess
there's
that
one.
must put her like probably around here by the time she finishes. Not on the rebel, but yeah.
There's one behind me. Oh my gosh, there is. Guard will say. Why the vigil? And we discovered a word we know no meaning of. The God Sworn. What exactly were you waiting on?
The vigil was more symbolic than anything else. Just the last stand of species kind against the silence. We were the last to fall. Overseeing what little we could before we were consumed. As for the Godsworn, many years ago, when the Divine still walked the realms, they would name champions, the Godsworn. These champions enacted the will of the gods, traveled where they could not. He kind of does a brief scan over all of you, and you see the cold blue flame of his eyes sort of brighten as his vision falls upon each of you. Aside from Alaris, where it does not flare up. Curious.
So his eyes flared up when he looked at each one of us except Polaris.
Yep.
What did you just see?
If a Skelly boy could smile, you see a smile upon his face. Let's see. Rather than giving you a full answer, he says, "May your flame be kindled and not consumed."
It would help to know what kindling our flame needs to make sure it is not consumed.
Such thing is not for me to say, just for you to discover.
Where's the fun in that?
Everywhere.
Walk over behind him and look at the staff that he set down on the weapon rack.
Yeah.
Just stand on top.
Mine now.
It's a pretty unadorned thing. Literally, just a singular polished shaft of like ashen wood, basically.
Nothing particular stands out about it.
There is some sort of scrawl that is engraved upon it in a similar sort of mithril to what you had seen on the reliquary, but it's in a language that you can't decipher.
Oh, okay. I won't bother with the staff. I'll leave it be, and I will turn and ask the skeleton if he knows anything about the visions that we've been seeing from the ash.
He turns his attention towards you, Erebus.
I clocked that they've been having visions too. It wasn't just me.
A question for a question, then. Tell me, what do you know of the ash that has fallen upon these lands?
The only thing I know is that everybody keeps telling me there was this great silence, and I just don't really know what that means.
The ash is the remnants of the divine, scoured away by the silence.
Oh, so you telling me we've been breathing in the ashes of gods?
So it would seem.
Breathe deep.
So tell me, what exactly are we looking for down here?
I imagine what you seek is on the other end of that path there, and he gestures uh to the where the heck is the ping at?
Southeast.
I hit Alt left mouse button.
There. He gestures over there.
Why
We
is
still
that, barricaded?
We stood watch, our prayers woven into stone and ash. The God's Well, it is not merely a font of power. It is a vessel, a cup that has known both light and poison. To drink from it is to swallow the fate of this world. Are you all willing?
I'm all about power, baby.
Nick doesn't
I'm all
respond.
about drinking.
Side note before I go and ask another question, have both the chests been looked into on this?
Just the one.
Oh.
There's
I
another
see.
chest. Oh, there it
There,
is. Hiding. I have to turn my camera to see that one.
So as I'm walking by him, and I go over to this chest over here, I'd say, so you're saying we need to go down that pathway because that's what you were guarding, but also, do you have any tips to stop us from being snuffed out?
Trust in yourselves and each other.
we just met.
Well then, forge your bonds, so that they may be unbreakable in the trials to come.
What type of trials are you speaking of?
It is impossible for one such as I to know.
But you know that there's trials to come for our little ragtag band here.
Oh,
Marks
absolutely.
in their trials.
And how do you know that?
I can see the mark upon you, the mark of the Godsworn. It appears not all divinity has been lost.
Do we know that we're Godsworn?
You do not?
So I would ask him, so all of us here are Godsworn except for Laris, judging by what your eyes did earlier. Is that true?
So it would seem.
What does that mean then if we are Godsworn in a time after post silence?
What it means to be Godsworn is entirely up to you to decide. In my time, the Godsworn were people of great renown, respect, fear, intimidation. What you make of your gifts is for you to decide.
Gifts. You mean skills? Abilities?
Should you sup upon the gods, well, I imagine even greater gifts will be bestowed upon you all.
Earlier down that pathway, and I say down that pathway, I saw the angel statue with the writing this. Do you happen to know what that final passage was saying?
The one of judgment.
I open my notes to recount what I have, and I'm wondering what was the final line that was scratched away, if he knows it.
Oh, and the cenotaph.
And then I'm going to follow up with them after that, asking, has that statue's eyes glown gold and looked like it was crying before?
I'm sure the statue was weeping in the presence of the divinity long thought forgotten.
So I take it Godsworn are rather rare.
Only silence.
I ask him, do you mind if I look what's inside this chest?
By all means, the dead have no use for physical things.
I just love to learn more. I find that knowledge helps all, or can help all if you choose to let it.
And
Now
you
look
thought
inside
your
the
question
chest.
would be the long one, old man.
Say that again?
And you thought your question would be the long one, old man.
Well, my young minds are ever curious.
I'll look inside the chest. Is that investigation?
Yes.
You touch the chest, and it's a mimic.
Mother, what is up with all these ones and twos?
Got a 9?
Nine. Nine, nine, nine.
9.
So within you find a long, thin, metallic rod with a handle at the base of it, and then about 2/3 of the way up, you see this. It looks almost like a pearl, but it's been shaped in the form of a teardrop, and it has this sort of black scrawl that is entangling it.
Black scroll?
Yeah.
Like writing? Is that what you mean by scroll? Sorry.
No, literally just scroll. I posted the image in the lore channel.
Oh, okay. So it's one whole thing.
Yeah.
I look at it, and that's the only thing inside of it.
Yep.
I pull it out and ask him, "Do you know what this is? Was this one of your comrades?"
A wand of sorts. If its magic still works, then hopefully it will be useful to you.
Thank you. And I'll put it in my backpack to and keep a mental note to check it out later. And you're saying that we need to go down that hallway to get more questions answered. And I
Or
gesture.
perhaps more questions.
You know, I've been asking a lot of questions. Are you sure you don't have any for me or us? As I gesture to everybody here, and I look at Alaris to see what kind of like read her to see what she's thinking and doing and making of all of this.
Alaris has been word for word recording the entire conversation that's been going on. She is not. She doesn't appear to be up to asking any questions herself, but she is completely enraptured in the conversation.
We're giving her a lot of work to do.
Yeah, she gets that from me. I always cause a lot of extra work. She knows. Um. So yeah, I leave it up to him to see if he's gonna answer if he has anything. Big ass wand.
This old bag of bones does not have any questions for the Godsworn.
So what will you do now?
Just remember us. Remember that we once were. Remember that we stood vigil until the very last.
Erebus is gonna walk over to the bridge over there and do like inspect the grates for a safe passage across.
Um, as you all make your way over there, he sort of takes a step back over towards his seat, taking a seat back in the position that he was before. I'll leave you with this. When the hollow bells toll, find the light not in what is seen, but is in what is remembered. The vigil is yours now. And then the smoke that was emanating him will sort of begin to disperse and dissipate as he crumbles into ash.
Before it fully dissipates, I'll say thank you for your vigil. Thank you for answering our questions, and I hope that you're able to finally rest. Okay, before I move, I'm looking right at it. Do I know that he's gone now?
All that remains is his skull.
And the
No.
sensor.
Oh shit, they added new tile pieces. Oh my god. Sorry.
No.
That
No
certainly
aura,
that
no
certainly
nothing.
explains why it took so long to update.
Yeah.
No aura or anything. I'm not getting like I sense him anymore.
Nope.
No, you censor.
There he did in fact leave the sensor that he was carrying and his staff as well.
I was gonna say ask.
And he grabbed. He okay. He has a sensor.
Yep,
Can I go pick it up?
sure can.
And his staff. Don't forget his staff.
I think Erebus is over by the staff. He's already been eyeballing it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, if nobody else, it's just right there.
I already had a staff. It's fine.
I'm surrounded by staff users.
And now I got a staff with a pointy end.
All right. So what does the sensor look like? What is it?
Hang on one sec.
Okie dokie.
Where the fuck is this piece? I know they exist. They need to fucking search.
I ate it.
That's unhealthy. You're gonna get kidney stones.
You're gonna have visions.
Was it in this one? Yeah, it was. Boom. There you go. The skull of Brother Lysander, all that remains.
It's okay. I see it.
So what's the sensor?
um, you're not.
Picture of it in lore.
No, not the sensor. That's the one that he had found. The
I was gonna say
sensor.
maybe
Oh,
put a picture of one in lore.
yeah. Okay.
All right. My brain is thinking of like several different types of sensors that I deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Here you go.
Oh, like an incense type of a thing.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Usually made of precious metals or brass and silver and stuff like that. So probably worth something.
I'll pick it up and put it in my bag after I do a small little prayer rub before I put it away.
Yeah. Now your bag's gonna smell like whatever the hell that smelled like.
And then that's also what was in that one box that
Yep.
guard found.
Erebus, you're taking the staff.
Yes, I will reach out my hands, firmly grasp the staff.
Firmly grasp it.
Two hands. Two hands, son.
Yep, firmly grasp it. And I probably equip that because I think I had a spear
Yeah.
Staff.
We just switched. Did you just put on a staff from a spear, and I had put on a spear from a staff?
I
Yep.
think so, yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
Do I need to add anything to my inventory, yo?
No, I will. I will. I haven't made the items yet. I will. I will craft them and add them to your inventory later.
Coolio.
Can I use a spear with a shield? It says versatile.
Yeah.
I think that means I can. Okay.
Yep. You cannot use shillelagh on it though.
I don't have shillelagh. I don't even use shillelagh.
I walk over to Alaris and I'm like, "Did you get all that?" And none of you were taking notes like a madman.
Every single word.
Nyx
What do
will
you
write
think?
on the wall here.
What do you think of everything?
That's certainly a lot to process. And the fact that you're God's one, I've never even heard of such a thing. This warrants further research.
I'm guessing I haven't learned or heard of that at all in any of my uncle's books in his.
No, we already rolled the Godsworn check for both of you.
Damn.
Oh, wait. I haven't done that, have I?
Yeah, but you wouldn't. There were only Alaris and Kalen were the only two able to have possibly known what a Godsworn was.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Perhaps.
guess it's something to ask my uncle.
Perhaps we don't go spreading around that knowledge.
Yes, I don't imagine the Creedforge would take kindly to one claiming to be gods.
Are the
Most
gods
definitely not.
even remembered in terms of like names, or is it
No.
just like
The only god, air quotes, is the god of the Sun-Crowned Empire that the Creedforged follow.
oh, okay.
The dude in the chair. I for one don't call myself a god or a god sworn at all. We will find out what any of that means in the future, I suppose.
Maybe we'll find it when we come over here, like he was asking.
Yes, well.
I was gonna say if there's any godlike qualities to me, well, I'd say I'm pretty normal. Gods aren't that impressive.
Okay, I got a question for you, KJ.
Yeah.
Is there a space in between the grades, or is it just one full grade?
That's one full grade.
Gosh damn it. Yo, you still have that rope?
It didn't go anywhere.
Well, I'm assuming I'm one of the lightest people here.
No, I'll handle that.
I was gonna say, I can tie me off. I can go across the side.
I don't know how to get the rope back to you, though.
What?
Aww.
What do you mean you don't know how to get the rope back to me?
Don't worry about this, everybody. I'll take care of it. Alaris will reach into her satchel and she's gonna pull out a singular feather and she's gonna begin forming some arcane glyphs in the sky as she quickly rewrites the formula and then disperses them, and all of you have fly cast on you.
Whee!
It's entirely unnecessary, but sure.
I don't know about you, but I'd rather not go for a swim.
Is it
Is
like
Guard having fun going back and forth flying?
Oh shit!
Whee!
What just happened?
I might have deleted the fucking floor. Oh no. Okay.
Deleted something you weren't supposed to. No, now I'm standing on the archway. That's not where I want to be. Hold on, I gotta change my camera so I can actually move myself where I want to be.
I believe I could fly.
Just sitting up here.
I believe I could touch the sky.
I do nothing but start chuckle as a guard is just slowly singing as he's flying around, swimming in the air.
All right, y'all make your way into this chamber.
Did we complete one of the stone golems, maybe?
No.
Okay.
In fact, you shouldn't see him at all.
I don't see him at all now.
Oh shit. You know what? I might have deleted the fucking brush that I had and shit over here. Oh well. It looks more bare than I had originally designed it, but it's whatever.
I mean, there's a lot of shit on this, so.
So a whispering gust of air rushes past you all. Not cold, not warm, but ancient, filled with the weight of something long untouched. The path ascends before you. Carved stone of the tomb giving way to a natural cavern. Walls glimmering with veins of mithril woven through the rock like frozen lightning. What was once a tomb is now something primal, untouched. A place the world remembers, but its people have forgotten. Stretching beyond the reach of your torchlight, a ceiling veiled in mist and bioluminescent glows. Glittering veins of mithril pulse softly with the cavern walls, refracting like starlight caught beneath the earth, casting the space in a soft ethereal glow. The air is heavy, not with dust, but with the scent of petrichor, of rain after drought, of old stone, and something verdant and alive. Let's see. At the heart of this grotto, rising like a monument to eternity, stands a tree unlike any that should exist beneath the earth. Its roots twist deep into the cavern floor, some weaving through the walls like veins of silver and green, others curling protectively around a sacred pool. The tree's bark is of a luminous silver, its surface marked by faint, shifting runes, too ancient to be read, too alive to be stone. Its canopy stretches wide, its leaves the color of twilight and ember, as if caught between sunset and the void beyond the sky. Tiny wisps of light drift lazily between its branches, like lost prayers seeking a listener. At its base, nestled among the roots... One second, while DM opens up another document.
I want to keep some of the shiny stone.
Pro-like behavior.
I will make it into a paint and then paint myself.
Not the music hyped up. We're done for.
Does it
All
have like
right.
a calling or anything like that? Like it's calling to us, or?
One moment. A pool of liquid light, its surface shifting like molten silver, its depths unfathomable. The water does not ripple, though it moves, as though it is not water but a dream made liquid. As you all step closer, the glow begins to respond, not with threat, but with recognition. The surface shudders, just barely, as if something within knows they have come. The cavern hums. The mithril thrums and glows. The tree itself breathes. The Godswell awaits.
Boom, boom, boom.
So does that mean it's kind of like calling us, or are we just kind of curious?
Yes, you do feel an innate draw to it.
I look and see that this is the grates again here. I'm trying to be.
That's just it's like a stone bridge basically.
Gotcha. Can I look around and see if I notice anything that shouldn't fit? If that makes sense, like something's not quite there. Or shouldn't exactly be. Like, can I make a perception check to see if there's any, if I can see anything that seems a little off?
I'm not quite sure what you're trying to decide.
I know that I'm a scrawny, weak little person, and I'm not wanting to set off any traps or anything. And this has a call to us, but also we've seen a lot of things just come up. Am I noticing anything that could potentially come alive?
Yeah. So you see very blatantly a massive stone-like creature that is standing guard just before the God's Well. Its form has been almost entirely overgrown by the roots and the vines of this tree. Um, but it does stand vigil. Guard, as you step into this living cavern where stone and vine intertwine, the air grows heavy and damp, as if the earth itself is holding its breath. You see the verdant husk standing still before the God's Well, a monolith of root and rock. As you draw closer, the ground beneath your feet, Guard, begins to soften.
Not again.
Suddenly, you feel the pulse of the earth, a thrum like a heartbeat in the roots below. Your vision blurs, and for a moment, you find yourself elsewhere. A forest of stone where trees grow from bone and leaves whisper like old prayers. A voice not of words, but of creaking wood, rushing water, and the hum of life. It comes from all around and within your own self, a sound felt in the very marrow of your bones. It speaks slowly, deliberately, like Treebeard in Lord of the Rings. Roots find purchase in what is buried. So too must you. The stone does not fear the storm, for it has already endured the sea. You are a root, a vine in the dark. Grow even when the world gives no light. When the silence gnaws, be the echo that endures. When your blood is called, answer not with fire, but with the green of life. Rage not to burn, but to reclaim. You see ancient roots coiling through the corpses of old gods, drawing life from divine ash, turning ruin to rebirth. The verdant husk appears not as a guardian, but as a warden of seeds, its body a husk of potential, waiting for the right hand to nurture it. You see the Bonewalkers, your clan. Not in chains, but as trees in a storm, unbending, their roots entwined with your own. And then your vision returns to you. You find yourself standing once more in the lofty chamber.
Being carried away.
Yes.
You take the low road.
I'm out here having dreams. Dreams, man, visions. Oh, and this tree, like, the one we're looking at, does it resemble any of the trees I've been seeing so far?
It, in a way, resembles the one that you saw in your first vision that had spoken to you with the singular green flame. However, that one you saw was impossibly large. This one, significantly smaller.
That said, Guard will make his way up there.
All right.
Slowly but surely.
As you step closer, you can see where you step. It appears the grass actually grows.
Ew. I must join my roots with this tree.
um, as you stand before the verdant husk, the whispers of that figure, they fill your mind with the ancient pulse of the earth. The grass and the underbrush continue to grow, almost trying to intertwine themselves with you. Not hindering you in any way, just following you.
All right. The whispers, the voice, is it coming from anything specific, or is it the tree? Or
No, it's basically when I say that, I mean the words that were just spoken to you sort of echo in the back of your mind.
All right. Does the area? Could I just walk up to the tree?
Do you do so?
I do so.
All right.
Next will follow.
As you do,
As one does.
the giant creature, the giant monolithic obelisk, turns its attention towards you.
Uh-oh. For now, Guard pays no heed, but he does try to reach out and touch the tree.
As you do, you see the roots from it begin to sort of grow and intertwine with your hand. It feels a part of you, like something that's been missing.
Nyx prepares her water skin with a rope.
Rope prepared. If that's the case, it feels part of me. We're gonna try pushing into the tree.
All right. As you do so, everybody within the chambers um, a deep, slow creak, like the bending of an ancient tree in a storm, echoes through the chamber. The roots near the god's well pulse, their glow fading for just a moment. Then you see this husk begin to rise. It was not stone, it was not ruin. A twisted mass of roots and bark that the players that you took for part of the cavern begins to unfold, unraveling like a being waking from centuries of stillness. A massive humanoid figure, half wood, half fungus, towering over you. Its form woven from living vines, rotted branches, and the remnants of long decayed bodies entwined in the roots. Where the face should be, it is only a hollow gaping void of blackened wood and lingering green light. From its arms, long and twisted tendrils of bark and moss unfurl, dragging along the stone, shedding dust and time. It does not attack, not yet. Instead, it watches, shifting slowly, its hollow gaze turning from you to the Godswell, as if considering whether you are worthy to stand in its presence. Roots and vines surge from the ground, encircling your ankles. I need all of you to go ahead and give me strength saving throws.
Oh, fuck. Yeah!
Nice.
Natural 20 for a -1 for a total of 19.
Roll a 13.
Nice. Um, is there?
We got a 15. Woohoo!
All right. Um, all of you. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Just trying to figure out how to look at the fucking game log. There we go. So we got 22, 19, 18, 15. Let's see. Erebus, I need your athletic or your strength saving throw.
We just lost him.
I knew I heard a boing. Didn't realize it was that.
Oh,
There, he's back now.
Oh, what just happened?
hello.
Did
Hello?
you kick me?
Say hello to my little friend.
That was weird.
I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
I rolled a 13.
A 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. So, Erebus, you're the only one that failed. You find yourself unable to move at the moment. As the rest of you sort of shrug off the roots trying to entangle you, this creature speaks. For what do you drink?
Drink.
For what do you drink?
Are we talking for the mind, body, or soul?
It does not elaborate. It does not explain. It has asked
Damn.
its question. It awaits the answer.
Do we,
It was worth a try.
call it right here?
What'd you say, Erebus?
I was saying, do you maybe want to call it here? You want to keep it going?
We can keep. Do you need to go to bed?
Well, not quite. Just getting close.
I was gonna push it to 11.
Oh, okay.
Is that too late for you?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Nyx responds, I drink for the question that will not let me sleep, and for the answer I fear to know. And if neither are given, then I drink for the path that remains.
Asting.
I look. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that.
Well, we have one answer.
That is true.
Oh, he's asking for multiple answers.
I drink to test my strength against those old and new, and to ever be challenged, but never falter. Alright?
I drink for redemption.
Kellen?
I drink for knowledge, for the past and what's yet to come.
It lets out a loud, sort of clamoring, creaking noise as its whole form sort of shudders and shakes as it goes still once more.
Well, I kind of nudge Alaris. I think that means he accepted our answer. I don't hear earth shaking or anything like that.
Erebus, you find yourself freed.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up by everybody else.
It's scary when you get snared by yourself alone in the back.
Yeah.
Can I like investigate it and just like what type of magic? Kind of learn a little bit about it.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Is it still attached to me?
Say what?
Is it still attached to me?
Yeah, you did not pull yourself from it.
There's no way. That is 3 1s tonight. I have rolled that many tonight.
I saw that one and I was just like, oh, that's too funny.
Whatever form, whatever this creature may be, is far beyond your knowledge at the moment.
Nyx is going to sling her water skin into the pool.
I go over here just because I'm like sulking and sad and like I'm gonna go try and learn something over here because I feel very disappointed in myself right now.
You shouldn't feel disappointed. You should feel intrigued. The fact that you don't know anything means that there's a lot to learn.
I feel disappointed.
Oh.
I couldn't figure it out or even have any semblance of figuring it out.
Doesn't that fill you with wonder?
It does, but it's also a disappointment.
What do I have to roll to sling my empty water skin into the pool of water?
Just like throwing it in there?
No, it's I tied it to a rope earlier.
Oh, okay. Go ahead
I
and
don't want this anymore.
go ahead and make an attack roll with your strength.
Could Guard just reach down and cup up some water?
That'd be the strength ability check. No, it'd be the
No, it would be. It's just a strength. It's just a strength attack, so it's a d20 plus your strength.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it would just be an ability check then.
Guard, as you approach the
My turn to roll low.
the wood entangled with you, it continues to sort of creep up your arm, and it's basically enveloped the entirety of your arm at this point. But it's still not hindering you in any way. You reach one hand down to you have your axe in one hand, right? Or do you have it sheath on your back?
It's on my back at the moment.
Okay. So you reach down to cup some of the water. You gonna sup?
Nick has the right idea. We're gonna take out our little straw and we're gonna go.
Nyx, as you tried to sling your water skin in there, it falls short and ends up falling into the pit.
I was gonna say that it bounces off of guard, but yeah, that works too.
Guard will tip that up as well.
We'll move a bit closer and reel it back in and put it in the pool.
Guard will also tell the others. Drink.
Erebus, you gonna approach and drink?
Yeah, I will go up behind where Callum's at up there, and can I like reach my water skin down in there from there, or do I need to like
Yeah,
drop it in with the rope?
yeah, you can reach your water skin in.
I was gonna
Okay,
say we're all making this hard. There's probably like a
I'll
faucet
dip it.
down in the pit.
I'll just dip my fill my water skin and drink from the well.
All right, you all gonna do it simultaneously then?
Yeah, hey, bottom. Let's all do a cheers, eh?
I look at Alaris, kind of figuring what does she think, because I haven't dipped anything in there yet.
Nyx doesn't wait for anyone else. She just drinks.
Okay, you do so. It is the cleanest, most pure water that you have ever tasted in your entire life.
Not surprising.
As Caleb, as you look towards Alaris, she has a bit of a look of concern on her face, but then she kind of gives you a sort of nod of resignation. Well, if what Brother Lysander said, you're Godsworn. This is your destiny. It's up to you if you want to partake or not. Just know that I'll try and be by your side as best as I can. And I'm sure whatever happens, all of you will have quite the weight thrust upon you.
Nyx will also remind Caleb, for what do you drink?
And then say that it was like physically for just drinking. I asked for any clarification whether it was for the body, mind, or soul.
Yeah, but then you also answered for knowledge and for the people of the future.
I look up and down the tree, look at the crystals, and do I feel anything? Because I know that there was a hole.
Yes, you definitely can feel something drawing your attention to this pool. There is this good.
Does it feel like calming, warmth? Does it feel like a presence? Like what does it feel like? Is it just like a pull, or is it like
It
is
feels
there another feeling tied with it?
it feels right.
Go down and take a sip.
All right. Everybody's partaking then?
I was gonna say, seeing that Nick's already drank and that Callum's not drinking, I will take a drink out of mine.
All right. Guard?
You already know he's slurping.
Guard just puts his whole face in it and just drinks.
Alrighty.
Good, he would.
As you all drink, the God's Well responds. A surge of divine energy sparks from the depth of the pool. It bursts forth, the cavern around you rumbling and shuddering. And then you all feel your vision blur in a very familiar way. Nyx, you find yourself standing in a desert of shifting sand, the sun blazing, the sky in unbroken gold. As the heat distorts reality, the sands ripple, and a massive serpent coils beneath the surface, its scales glinting with black and gold. The serpent's body encircles you, its movement creating a perfect Ouroboros. Each time it passes, its scales change, worn and cracked, then fresh and pristine, and finally translucent, showing bone and sinew beneath. The serpent speaks. The world sheds its skin, as do you. Each death a circle, each life a thread. When the circle breaks, the thread unwinds. Beware what lurks in the unraveling. And then you see flashes before you. A warrior, a scholar, a mother, a betrayer. Each life carrying a lesson, and yet all leads to the same image. A darkened mirror where your reflection wears a crown of serpents staring back with golden eyes. Calum, you find yourself in a limitless void where stars hang like threads of silver light. Before you, an enormous loom weaves constellations into a tapestry of the cosmos, each thread a life, each knot a fate. A figure stands at the loom, their face an ever-changing array of runes. They extend a hand of woven light, and you feel something within you pulse in response. It speaks, the voice a whispering wind, shaping runes into words. You are both quill and parchment. Write well, for the world reads your story. But take care, the ink is not infinite. Then the tapestry shifts, and you see familiar faces. Your uncle, Alaris. Your new companions. They are all threads, but only the Godsworn's threads glow. That being those of your fellow companions. Their paths branching into thousands of possibilities. You see one thread unravel, its light snuffed out, and the tapestry frays, creating a gaping hole where shadows spill through, swallowing stars. Guard, you find yourself standing in a familiar forest, roots coiling around bone, leaves growing from ash. You are everywhere and nowhere, a shadow in the canopy, a heartbeat in the soil. A storm rages, but you stand defiant, a tree amidst the gale, unyielding. Your roots stretch deep, finding purchase in the crumbling remains of gods, drawing strength from their decay. The voice from your previous visions returns. The roots bind what the storm cannot break. You are the green and the gray, the shoot and the stone. But beware, the axe does not ask where it falls. You see a great tree, the branches filled with the faces of your father, your fellow clansmen, your new comrades. Some branches flourish, others wither, and beneath them a darkness gnaws at the root, hungry and insatiable. Erebus, you stand in a frozen wasteland where the snow falls in reverse. Ice crystals rising into a pale sky. The world is still, preserved in a perfect, terrible beauty. Before you, a great white dragon looms, its breath a fog of frost. The dragon's eyes are mirrors of ice, and within them you see yourself, not as you are, but as a figure of white fire, a beacon against the cold. The voice of the dragon resonates out to you like resonant glass, a soft crackle. The world is a tomb, each life a frozen ember. You were a false prophet, but even frost preserves the seed. Speak not to the flame, become it. You see your past deceptions as frostbitten statues, each a monument to guilt, but also a bridge over the ice, a path forward that only exists because of what lies behind you. In that moment, as you all share this vision, you all return to the base of this tree, the God's Well. You all feel something swell within you, an inner light, an inner warmth, an inner depth. It begins to coalesce, rising from the tips of your toe up to your chest, and you can actually physically see it. Something beginning to take shape. It bursts from your chest, a warm, inviting light. At this point, I'm going to ask all of you to go ahead and pop over to the stream real quick.
Oh, it's so far away.
We in the Strem for this time.
Where's Strim?
I think Strem is in campaign links.
Yeah.
I think Strem is in campaign
Oh, the
links.
YouTube one?
No, there should be. Oh, I didn't post it there. I will do that.
I think you
My
posted
bad.
it in general and it just got scrolled.
Yeah. Oh.
Which I could find, but
An idiot.
There you go. Oh, I accidentally doubled it up. There you go.
okay.
Alright, one more thing I need to pop open. Alrighty. Guard. You see your light begin to manifest, begin to take shape, begin to become a ball upon which various root-like vines disperse from it and sort of flow downwards as a creature begins to take shape. You see upon this ball, it sort of bursts its face open, and this warm green ethereal light begins to emanate from it as these wisps of green light rotate around it. You see this creature manifest before you.
Oh.
Nyx.
Am I supposed to be seeing something happening on the street?
You should.
I see something.
Yeah, there's a delay on the stream, so give it a second.
Real bad. It's just not coming up here.
Oh, we saw wallpaper. Ooh.
Animated wallpaper.
Alright, I got it.
Yep. You see it?
Yep.
Okay. Nyx, before you, the light within, takes the shape of a singular golden flake that becomes many, that then disperses like ash being blown in the wind as it begins to whirl and take shape. A creature almost serpent like, um, with this golden, sort of feather like presence flowing behind it in a mane of sorts. And then its body begins to sort of wind in on itself as golden motes of fallen skin sort of flake around it, basically. That would be this entity. Let me know when you see it.
Yep.
Uh, Erebus, you see it?
My computer said. I refreshed my page and now it's just infinitely loading. So
Nice. All right. Well, I'll just post them all after stream.
yeah, no worries.
Caleb, your shape begins to manifest in this sort of inky blackness. A singular diamond with another smaller diamond in the center. And then, almost like a wind stirring up, you see these ink-like tendrils of white and black unfurl from it and sort of willow and wisp around it. You see that?
I do.
All right. And last, we have Erebus. Erebus, your shape forms as a large, sort of hexagonal, prismatic scale of sorts. You see an array of colors reflected within. And then there's this almost sort of resonant sound, almost like glass shattering into thousands of pieces as the scale bursts apart and begins to take shape of this almost dragon-like figure. It's got this sort of similar to Nyx's creature, a sort of long serpentine body, though it has dragon scales that are visible upon it. These wings unfurl from behind it that sort of reflect almost like a sunset reflecting on the sea. Let me know when everybody sees that one. Aside from Erebus just having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm doomed. I'm getting beach balled over here.
Doom. I see it.
Oh, I think my computer is getting too close to dying.
Nice.
And I've got it on like a not a powerful enough brick, so it's tweaking. But okay, I can visualize.
Alrighty.
It'll be in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll post them after the game. As these figures manifest before all of you, one second while I scroll to the bottom of my session notes. The chamber begins to tremble. Sigils that you had not seen previously flare to life, golden light spilling from cracks in the stone. Something stirs in the deep, the first movement in an age. And we then do a little panning out to the city of Hollow Rest. The Veil Spire, long silent, the runes on its surface begin to shimmer and shake, humming, flickering awake. You see members of the Creedforge turning their heads towards it, sensing an omen. You see individuals dwelling in the shadowy alleyways, vanishing, carrying news. Something has returned. You hear in the distance in your underground cavern that bell that hung above the severed basilica that Alaris had mentioned had been silent for centuries. You hear its tone, clear, resonant, echoing through the entirety of the city, reaching you here, even underground. And we will call the session there.
We best leave under cover of shadow.
But before everybody goes, let me explain a little bit about what just happened here. This is going to be a little mechanical thing for you all. So these creatures that manifested before you, they're a new type of creature that just came out with the new monster manual called Empyrean Iotas. They are fragments, thoughts of gods and children of gods. And so they're not going to be like a permanent thing that you have to like always command and whatnot, but they're going to be dwelling within you, offering words of wisdom, insights, things like that in the future. And they all have abilities that you can use once a day, which I will go into detail at a later time.
Sort of like a guardian.
Yes.
Cool.
Tamagotchi.
Pretty much.
We have to feed them every day.
Wow.
Okay. Cool.
So, how was that? Everybody have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was having fun until my computer started shitting on it.
Understandable.
But yeah, that was fun.
Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Will we be leaving this place over the next session?
We're gonna pick up right here when we get back,
Okay.
just so you all can sort of get some RP in and stuff about what just transpired.
Oh, Nix isn't going to say shit. Everyone knows
Gotcha.
that already.
Alright, I do need to get to bed though. It's really
Yeah.
late for me. So I will catch you guys later.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Good night,
Peace.
me.
See you later, alligator.
I think I got the gist. Feeling. Are we so like nobody actually knows each other's visions yet? Still.
Nope.
We've still all hold them together. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I'm gonna head to bed now as well.
Alrighty. Good night.
Sleepyhead.
Good night.
Abby, Mouse, y'all good?
I think I got it down.
Cool beans, cool legumes.
Get me out of the lobby.
Alrighty. Well, I am going to pop out of Discord, say goodbye to the stream, and work on uploading the VOD.
Oh yeah, we should say bye to the stream. Bye, stream, boy.
stream.
Bye,
Alright.
nobody watching.
Yeah.
Archived, of course.
Alrighty. Well, I will talk to y'all later.
See ya.
Later.
Oof. Alrighty. There we go. We did it. We got to the end of this initial starting journey. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Thanks for any randos that showed up. Also, anybody watching the VOD and or YouTube video. See y'all in the next session.